Hi, beautiful Virgo. It's CJ. I hope you're doing really well. Today we're going to do your love reading for the month of October 2021. This can apply to your singles or you committed Virgos out there. We'll just see what my angels and guides have for you. Just cleansing the cards and we'll get right into it. Okay, there we go. Oh, good. Okay, thank you so much, angels and guides. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what's happening for you, Virgo. I hope it's going to be a really good month for you, especially with love and romance and all of that great stuff. So let's start. Angels and guides, please show me clearly. What cards do you have? Okay, that one. Ooh, new love. Okay, Virgo. A new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right, well, that definitely feels very pertaining to if you're single. But if you're not, and you're in a committed relationship, perhaps you're both falling in love again, deeper, more madly in love this month. All right, what else? Do we have any other cards? One card? Two. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got codependency. All right, addictions are affecting your romantic life for some. And then we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, so where do we start here? Angels, please show me clearly here. All right, Virgo. So for those that are single, yeah, there's a new love coming in here. But it's feels like this person is coming to you through your friend circle. I just see a round circle right now in front of me, kind of glowing. So I feel like that's going to be a connection that is going to be coming through that circle. And this codependency here, you know, you can take that card a lot of different ways. The energy I'm actually picking up, if you happen to be single, is that maybe you are just really independent and you are not willing or wanting to... Okay, let me rephrase this. If you're really independent and you have been addicted to your independence, addicted to doing what you want, when you want, how you want it, and you'll know if this resonates with you, you're going to know. If it's not, then just let whatever doesn't make sense go away. It's not your message. But maybe you're addicted to your independence, which that makes sense. And you're used to living your life the way that you live it and doing what it is best for you. And maybe you are just, and the word addiction, I mean, let's not get too wrapped up in that. Maybe there's just this fear of like you don't want to have to give up any of that. And truth be said is when we are in a very healthy, positive relationship, we shouldn't have to give up our independence. You know, it's healthy for each individual person to have their own right to be able to choose what they want and do what they want, obviously with a lot of respect and consideration for the other person. But that's what makes a really beautiful whole relationship, is when both people are independent in themselves, that they can kind of just come together, bringing all the beauty and all the love that they have to the relationship. So this is what I'm picking up here. So if you are wanting a relationship, and if you are here listening to this reading, it is a love relationship. So it is all about love and relationships and connections. So if you're here listening to this and you're single, maybe that's something you're going to need to look at, because in order to have a solid relationship with another, you got to be willing to give some, so that they can give some, so that you're working as a partnership. They are saying that there's a new love that is coming into your life and that has stirred, maybe has stirred this feeling up inside where you're like, wow, man, damn, I've got a great career, or I've got my shit together and I'm doing all the things that I want. Oh, but I've met this person and all of a sudden I'm like, maybe I want to share my life with someone else. And maybe I do want to not be so just living your life, your best life on your own. Let your friends help you here. I just feel like for you, if you're single, it is someone that you're meeting through your friends. And again, on another point is maybe you need to ask your friends for some help to help guide you out of, this feeling of really kind of needing to stay in control of everything that's going on in your life. When we involve ourselves with another person, there definitely has to be some give and take, and otherwise we won't have balance. So maybe there is this need where you have to take a moment and start asking, confiding in your friends, saying, I'm so independent and all this, but I'm almost afraid to give that up for a relationship. The thing is you don't have to give it up, but you have to be willing to allow for room when we're talking about two people coming together. This actually is feeling way more of, I'm just getting a lot more of single energy here. If this is regarding a relationship that you're committed in, then the energy that I'm taking here is that if there's any kind of addiction that is in this relationship, addiction as far as like could be controlling habits, but it could be alcohol or drugs or gambling or addicted to work maybe. And maybe there's been a disconnect and you are wanting to reconnect so that you can get those romantic feelings back in place. And maybe you need to ask for some help. Maybe there is some need to have someone from outside. See, I'm getting that circle again, but maybe it's having to get some advice from someone outside of the situation, like whether that is a counselor or a therapist of some type, to get you back on the right track. If someone is addicted to something that is really unhealthy, maybe there is this need, and this isn't going to apply to very many of you, but maybe there is this need to really get some help for either you or the other person involved in a committed relationship. Because any kind of addiction in a relationship can be really, that is a really difficult energy to be in and to work through. So they are saying that maybe you need to reach out and get some help here. So let's start pulling some clarifiers. Let's get some cards out of the Light Seers deck and see what else we have here. So two totally different stories. What I think I'm finding doing these love readings is that I'm literally going to start doing singles and couples, because it's kind of hard for me as a reader, as an intuitive. I'm kind of struggling because there's two different storylines going on here. And I am trying to, bring as much clarity as I can from my angels and guides. So, yeah. Let's just see. What else? Is there anything else here? Virgo. What messages do you have? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the Magician. Beautiful. So the Magician has popped out. And so for all people that are listening, all of you Virgos that are listening here, this is saying that you can manifest exactly what it is you want. So if you do want a new love in your life, you can manifest that. It is all about focusing and really putting your intention into allowing that person to have the energy, the space to be able to come into your world. So if you are very independent and you are having a tendency to not open yourself up, you can manifest this love to come in that you will want to make some room for. If this is about this committed relationship, you can help turn things around. You can manifest healing. You can manifest a connection again and reconnect again so that you are both falling in love again. So let's see, what else? Please show me clearly for Virgo. You know, and if they're, it just gave me this, that if you're in a kind of relationship and someone's addicted to something, if you can get some help, as tough as that is, as much of a struggle as that would be to be in, if you can get some help, and the magician showing up is saying that you can. Thank you so much. I think that your relationship is gonna reconnect, and you're gonna have this a new start to it once the healing has happened. Yeah. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Wands that has come out. Beautiful. So, you know, this is our fire element. The Queen of Wands is, you know, she's, again, she's independent, but she is so full of inspiration and full of creativity, and she is just excited for life. Look at what's coming out of her hand. She's got her hand open there, and she's receiving and giving the beautiful lights. And she is content and happy. I hope you can see that, Virgo. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign. Maybe your partner is a Leo, Sag, or Aries. But this is where the relationship can get, again, it can get really fiery. And fiery, I don't mean in, you know, arguments. I mean passionate again, and just feeling that connection again. Thank you so much. Okay. Four of Swords. So, yeah, there is this need. Four of Swords is all about healing and recuperating after something that's been really, really tough. And if you are dealing with addictions here, that is a really, really tough energy to be in. And there is a need to get some rest and to heal, as I have just said. So for some of you, that is going to be applying here. There may be something that has really happened that has been really painful. You know, even singles, right? I mean, maybe you're in a relationship prior and it was very codependent, and it really affected your relationship and affected you. And maybe that has made you closed off. And you're like, no, I'm just going to do me, and that's it. And I'm just going to go on that path for the rest of my life. And then all of a sudden you're maybe out having coffee or at some party or dinner or whatever, and you meet someone, and that kind of energy just goes out the window, and you're like, oh shit. I felt the spark. I felt the connection. I now kind of want that. So if that's the case, then you need to really just allow yourself to focus on healing your heart from whatever that was that hurt you. So that you can be the Queen of Wands again. And non-gender specific, right? This is for males and females. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for some guidance to help you move through this. Anything else, please? Ooh. Please show me this one. Thank you. Four of Wands. Okay. So Four of Wands is this working really hard and working to release things, baggage, addictions, etc., etc. But then it is getting to this point where you can actually celebrate. You can celebrate with family and friends and loved ones, and you can really celebrate the fact that you have made movement and you've released things and that you have worked through things and that you're getting back to the center. Couples, this is meaning you're both going to get reconnected again, and there's going to be something to rejoice over. That's really beautiful and powerful, especially if there's addictions involved here, you know. Yeah, I mean, I see that there's obviously a bit of a struggle here, but I also feel that the energy that my guides are giving me is that this can all be fixed. This can all be turned around, especially with the Magician. Yeah, and then we have Judgment. So there you go. This is forgiveness. This is rising up again. This is being rebirthed, reborn, resurrected, rising up for the ashes. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful energy. I really feel the healing energy on this, even though this isn't the star in this card. I really feel like there's a healing energy. So I do feel that there's going to be something that is really fit it wherever it fits, singles and couples. But I just feel like don't give up here, because it is worth fighting for. This relationship, or the prospect of a new relationship, it is really worth it. It's worth being vulnerable. It is worth seeking help if you need it, and forgiving, because it's going to change everything again, and you're going to get you're going to get your mojo back. I don't know, I can't think of a better word to say. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep going on this deck. Sure. All right, Virgos. So, it just, it's gonna apply differently depending on where you're at here. But just remember the Magician is out saying you can have whatever it is you want. We're gonna take these because they all came out. So we got the Two of Wands. So here we go. Here's this choice. It's just a choice. It's a choice of which direction you're really wanting to go on. Staying single or allowing new love to come in. Staying in a codependent kind of relationship for couples, but that isn't really healthy. Or asking for help and releasing and working through whatever that is. Allowing yourself to heal a bit and committing to each other once again. You can have both. Justice is here to say that yes, it can be balanced out again. You can bring beautiful harmony back into your life. Beautiful. Very powerful here. The Hangman is about seeing it from a different viewpoint. So if you're single and you've just been, really keeping yourself closed off, you can see it from a different viewpoint now. And you can allow love in. It's safe to allow love in now. And if you are in a committed relationship, it is seeing it from a different way so that healing can enter. And then you have the Ten of Wands. So for both singles and couples here, this is saying that the worst is over. The burdens are going to be left behind now. You've hit the worst of it, and things aren't going to feel so heavy anymore moving forward. So yeah, two different kind of readings here, but the energy basically does stay the same for the most part. It just feels very much like there is just a need for healing on both sides, like singles or people in committed relationships. And that you have the ability to bring into your life exactly what it is that you want. Know that your angels and guides are around you to walk through this with you, to support you through this. There is good energy here. There is a feeling of once you kind of deal with whatever codependency means to you in your life, once you're able to kind of deal with that, it just feels then that there's this lightning that happens. Okay, now I feel refreshed and I feel, just ready to have some joy. And then that brings this love back in, and it brings this spark back in, and it changes the way you view your future. So I'm going to just close this reading off with the Pearls of Wisdom. Wherever you are on this path, Virgo, just trust you have it. You can do whatever you need to do. You can bring in what you need to bring in, what you want to bring in. And healing can really happen. And this new start can begin. Thank you so much. Inner Beauty. Okay. I'll show you the card. Beautiful swan here. Others are drawn to your kind heart and caring nature. Be proud of your skills and believe in yourself. Old habits die hard, same as addictions, but are overcome by stepping back and seeing what you need to see. Wow, okay, so that's pretty perfect here. So there is a need for you to step back and see what you actually really truly need to see, which is, you know, the hangman, right? It's like looking at it from a different way, seeing things from a different way, really getting clear on what it is you want. If you want to stay in this relationship that you're in, because I don't feel like the energy is saying get out, but obviously you have your own free will here. The future will be whatever it is that you're really wanting to bring in, what you really want to manifest as far as your love goes, your love life. So I'm going to close this off now. So I hope you found something in here that helps along the way. I wish you a month full of love.